Hello, cheers, and welcome back, friends. Winter's Feast is here, and that means we're going to be fighting Klaus a whole lot. I thought I'd put together a quick video and show a few little tricks and tips on how to make Klaus easier for new players. Stay tuned to the end for a cheeky little trick I found out new this year. Let's head over to the console and see what's happening. So here we are over at the console, ready to do the fight. We're going to start with my standard loadout here, which is 3.5 helmets, 1 marble suit. This is a half, but I'm just going to use that instead of a full. I do use usually a little bit of this just in case, but my standard healing comes from the Wigfrid books. As another character, you may need some other types of things, whether it be jelly beans or pierogies, dragon pies, etc. Always recommend using a ham bat. The fresher the better. And this is typically all we'll need to do the Klaus fight. Not going to go over how to get the antlers or the keys. That content is available just about everywhere else on YouTube. This is more or less how to fight. So we're going to start by making ourselves straight lined up with Klaus. We're going to dodge the attack, bait it out first, and then just go in for a few swings. When he sticks his hand up, it's time to run away. Depending on the color is how fast you have until you need to run away. The cold spell, you want to run away very quickly, almost immediately, and the hot one, you have a little bit more time to get in some extra hits. Now again, I want to line up directly straight from Klaus so that his deer are on either side of him. We do not want to be next to the deer because they will attack us also. By staying directly in the middle, we are only within reach of Klaus. And when the deer get crossed like that, I just go a little further away to get them to straighten out. Again, bait out his attack and go in for some swings. I typically don't use any chest armor until the second phase of the fight, when it's a little bit more tanky of a fight. I'll go ahead and sing my songs here to recover a little bit of healing, and you can also see that this hand bat is slightly used, so I'm not doing the most amount of damage I could be. A little bit, a few extra fights. Now at this portion of the fight, we're going to summon in a few Crampi, and Klaus is going to go on standby. This may be a little bit different if you're not Wigfrid, but the Krampus portion of that is kind of just a tank section. Bait the attack. Run away. For this one, I'm going to stand a little bit off to the side to show you how the deer will get you if you're not lined up properly. That's going to do a lot more damage to you. It's not really worth lining up in that fashion. It's best to stay right in the middle. I say 12 and 6 or 3 and 9. Bait out the attack. Come back for some swings. I left too late. Gonna be frozen. I did not go in time that time. Having any extra speed boost certainly helps out, however it is definitely not needed. You just adjust your timings elsewhere. The more speed you have, the longer you can stay for extra hits. Bait the attack, go in for some more hits. Now a good strategy that I like to use is when the deer casts, you can run behind him. And if you do that, you save a little bit of time and distance for some extra hits. If you do that, it's recommended to go on the same side of the deer that's attacking you or casting the spell. If you do it on the opposite deer, he'll probably get a hit in on you while you're trying to make it past. Now Klaus appears to die first off, and then he goes into phase 2 of the fight. That's when I start to equip the marble suit, because it's a little bit more tanky when he lunges. That lunge is kind of difficult to avoid, so the marble suit helps prevent that. Again, bait out the swing and go back. Too close to the deer this time, so he's going to do some damage. And that's okay, because this is a demonstration. That lunge not only is very fast, but also covers a lot of ground. So no matter how quickly you run away, he's likely to get you. And shots like that kind of hurt. Typically I use 3.5 helmets-ish and 1 marble suit. Where I had started with a half there, I'm going to pick up another. We're just going to keep on swinging, until it's time to run away. Change our camera, bait the attack, come in for some hits, except the PlayStation aiming at the deer. Good old console. Doesn't slow us down though. Stay on the handbat and keep on swinging. It's starting to get kind of cold, so I'll come up and get some warmth there. And there you have it. Klaus is dead. Looks like I used 3.25 helmets and exactly 1 marble suit. So we'll pick up our loot here. We'll get rid of this trash. That's that. Let us, that's kind of yucky. I'm going to ditch that now. Let us pick up our other loot. Drop them in nice neat piles. You can see I've got more stacks of gems here. And this is kind of connected to a last little tip I'm going to give you for Klaus. During Winter's Feast, Klaus will spawn every season of the year. Except during Winter's Feast, you don't get the standard drops. He gives you gift wraps. Well, it occurred to me that I don't really like gift wraps, and I want bundles. So I had this idea during the fight. Oh, my star's gone. Let's shine a little light over here. Anywho, it occurred to me during the fight that instead of trying to get gift wraps, I want to go for bundles. So what I did is I disconnected my server and wait, because we're on PlayStation. I'm going to go down to the same server. I'm going to switch from auto, which is currently Winter's Feast, over to off. We're going to relaunch the server. So, we're back in the world, and if you noticed, you're not colorblind like me, and you noticed, the Klaus sack actually changed color. The chains on it are more of a silvery color instead of a golden color. That indicates the standard Klaus. So we can now open the loot stash and collect our drops. But I told you there was going to be a cheeky little trick. Winter's Feast is active, so if I want to fight Klaus on another season and not wait till winter, I'm going to re-enable the Winter's Feast event. because I want to fight a lot more Klaus. So in this case, I'm just going to switch back to auto, but if Winter's Feast is not live, you can tab over and manually turn it on to do this still. It will work any other time of the year. But when you switch back to auto and turn Winter's Feast on, I was quite surprised at the results. It did not occur to me in the slightest that this will happen until I tried. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. As soon as we get that whole PlayStation power. It's connecting. Now watch the magic that happens. Watch the magic that happens. Oh, would you look at that? Instant Klaus Fight. We can do it again. I've got these bundles. And Klaus is alive and well. Winter's Feast overrides the Klaus spawn, and we now have an instant refight. Wanted to make sure that this worked properly, so I tested it a couple of times in a row. Let me put all this junk down, and we can see what kind of loot we got from Klaus. Put this junk down, we'll put this junk down, we'll move this over so we don't turn it on, and let's see here. Let's check out some Klaus loot that you can get from exploiting Winter's Feast. And you saw this is PlayStation here, so I would not even call this a cheat. This is more of an exploit, in my opinion. It does kind of feel like cheating a little bit. That was 2 Krampus sacks I saw. 2. But wait, there's more. By just switching the event off and then back on again, you can fight Klaus infinitely. For more rewards. And, oh, that's 3 Krampus sacks. Now, this was a few consecutive Klaus fights here, obviously. But all of these fights took me approximately 3 seasons. So this is less than 1 year's worth of loot. Less than 1 year's worth of loot. I'll tell you what, I like killing giants, and I do not think I could earn loot like this by slaying every giant in a row. I just don't think that's doable. This exploit is going to earn you far more loot than you could ever do in a normal fashion. And all it takes is the ability to kill Klaus. Oh, 4 Krampus sacks. Let me clean up some of this stuff and we'll go over the rewards. I'm going to try and sort these as best as I can, and we'll come back to that in just a minute. So we're back again 2 days later after getting everything picked up. And we ended up with 3 Bee Queen crowns, 6 spider hats, 3 Malbatross bills. This sack here is completely full of life-giving amulets, as is almost this one. So we've got practically 2 Krampus sacks full of amulets. This one here was all blueprints. We got green fun caps, glow caps, bundling wraps, deserters, blue fun caps, more glow caps, strident trident, blue, glow cap. Let's see here. Glow cap. Is there any more? Glow cap. Trident was kind of a rare one. We'll move that back down here because we have green. Oh, that's a trident also. Green. Blue, blue, lazy deserter, and bundle wrap. Strident trident, lazy deserter, bundle wrap. 2 blues, 2 greens, and 3 glow caps. I've noticed from all my Klaus drops that Klaus likes dropping toadstool stuffs. 7 toad blueprints plus 3 skins. That's 10 toad drops. Way more than any other type of boss. This one over here, the last one, was full of all the gold and charcoal that I got. Now approximately 3.5 helmets per fight. 4 bundle wraps per fight. 4 times 10 is 40. So this looks like the loot from 20 Klaus fights. 20 Klaus fights is approximately 60 helmets, and this will make me 30. So the helmets weren't even all that expensive because I got most of that stuff back. Most of that stuff I did get back, but we've got the bone shards, the gems, eyeballs, all of that good stuff. But we got, in less than 1 year, 80 bundle wraps and 4 Krampus sacks. Realistically, to a world 7,000 days in, bundle wraps are the only loot you can get from Klaus. Which is why I wanted to try this, because I don't need gift wraps. And all of this stuff is kinda trash. Honestly. Let's go see why I don't need any more of this stuffs. Oh, we're gonna have a lag thing. There's our jewelry box. We'll deposit eyeballs. We'll deposit the Berger stuffs. Feathers, we literally have no room for them. More of these, more of those. Let's put these on the same row, so we're nice and neat. Full of these. Full of these. Bee Queen crowns. Broken ones first. These here we can feed to a lure plant. We don't need any of that stuff. Let's find the magic distance where he won't bite me and will still eat all of my stuffs. Thank you. Oh, we got a gift too. Some of you may want to see that. Let's check out our final reward for this video. invisible axe. Well, hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions on how to fight Klaus or any more on that exploit that I discovered, feel free to message me. Thanks for watching.